Good morning, sir. Good morning, 3A. I am Casey Kibalyo, and I am the first discussant of Chapter 6, Portfolio Assessment Methods. So what is portfolio? Portfolio is a collection of students' work that exhibits the students' efforts, progress, and achievements in one or more areas. The collection must include student participation in selecting contents, the criteria for selection, the criteria for judging merit, and evidence of student self-reflection. So, yung portfolio ay naglalaman siya ng mga activities or other academic works ng mga students. It is used in evaluating the students' progress and their achievements. These are also important in determining whether the students have learned something or the students met the learning objectives or learning standards. The greatest value of portfolios is that in building them, the students become active participants in the learning process and its assessment. In contrast, students do not have any control or influence in traditional testing. That is, the teacher decides on the items to be included in the test. Though each addition to portfolio is planned and selected by the students, still, ang teacher pa rin ang may control kung ano ba ang ilalagay sa, kung ano ba yung content na ilalagay sa test or exam nila. The use of portfolio assessment became popular in the early to late 1980s in response to the growing clamor for more reasonable and authentic means of assessing students' growth and development in school. Example of this is the accreditation. It is to show proof of proficiency or progress of students if they attained a level of standards developed for them or developed for the students. Portfolio assessment possesses several features and essential characteristics. So these are the following. Number 1, a portfolio is a form of assessment that students do together with their teachers. So dito, the teacher will guide the students in planning, execution, and evaluation of the contents of their portfolios. The teacher have a contribution and participation in the accomplishment of their portfolios. Number 2 is a portfolio represents a selection of what the students believe are best included from among the possible collection of things related to the concept being studied. Dito, there is a guidance pa rin coming from the teacher in choosing possible set of choices to be included in their portfolios. But in the end, students pa rin ang pipili kung ano ba para sa kanila yung the best na i-include nila for their portfolios. And number 3, a portfolio provides samples of students' works which show growth over time. It is to know if the students are learning and for the students to have a clear view of their progress as well as their strengths and weaknesses. And of course, they will improve their weaknesses and these weaknesses will become improvement goals. And number 4, the criteria for selecting and assessing the portfolio contents must be clear to the teacher and the students at the outset of the process. Dito, kailangan clear lahat sa part ng students and especially to the teacher na magtuturo and mag-guide sa mga students. Kasi may tendency na yung ilagay ng mga students ay kahit ano na lang or kahit anong maisip na lang nila na hindi naman related sa naituro sa kanila ng teacher. Kaya mas maganda na clear lahat sa part ng students and sa part ng teacher lahat ng gagawin in accomplishing their portfolios. Portfolio assessment has several purposes and rationale, and these are the following. Number 1 is portfolio assessment matches assessment to teaching. The final outputs should be assessed are product of class classroom discussions and classroom work and are not simple diversions from the tedium of classroom activities. Dito, dapat align yung output sa nai-discuss at hindi lang siya basta-basta activity na naisip mong ibigay to divert their attention or to divert their boredom. It is also for the teacher to monitor if the students are learning and gaining knowledge from the discussion. Number 2 is portfolio assessment has clear goals. In fact, they are decided on at the beginning of instruction and are clear to teacher and students alike. Katulad ng nabanggit ko kanina, everything should be clear at the very beginning so that the students know kung ano ba yung mga i-include nila sa kanilang mga portfolio and to make sure that the goals are achieved. Number 3, portfolio assessment gives a profile of learning abilities in terms of depth, breadth, and growth. In terms of depth, portfolio assessment enables the students to demonstrate quality work done without pressure and constraints of time present in traditional testing through the help of resources such as reference materials and the help of other students. We can improve our work if there is reference materials for our validation. And with the help of students' peers, like sharing their ideas or suggestions, students can demonstrate quality work. In terms of breadth, the portfolio assessment can show a wide range of skills to be demonstrated in the final output. And because students will do different academic works, of course, skills will be evident in accomplishing their tasks. In terms of growth, portfolio assessment shows efforts to improve and develop and clearly demonstrates students' progress over time. Again, sa improvement, dito mo makikita kung may improvement ba sa part ng bata and kung saan ba sila nag-excel or kung ano ba yung mga weaknesses nila na kailangan nilang i-improve. Number 4, portfolio assessment is a tool for assessing a variety of skills not normally testable in a single testing for traditional testing. The portfolio can show written, oral, graphic outputs of students in a variety of ways which demonstrates skills developed by students. So, dito, hindi lang siya nagfo-focus sa isang skill ng isang estudyante. But it has variety of ways which demonstrate skills developed by students like their skills in writing, oral, and graphic outputs. Number 5, portfolio assessment develops awareness of own learning by students. Students have reflect on their own progress and the quality of their work in relation to known goals that is achieved at each stage of the process since the students continually refer to the set of goals and objectives set at the beginning. It is better for the students to reflect in their own progress for them to know kung saan ba sila nag-excel, nag-fail, or nahirapan. And also, kung yung ginawa ba nila ay naka-align pa rin sa goals na kailangang ma-achieve. Number 6, portfolio assessment caters to individuals in a heterogeneous class. Such flexibility is attributed to the fact that portfolio assessment is open-ended so that students can demonstrate their abilities on their own level and caters to differential learning styles and expressions of varying strengths. It is a good chance that portfolio assessment caters heterogeneous class because we all know that students are diverse. They have their own needs and strengths to consider. Number 7, portfolio assessment develops social skills. Students interact with other students in the development of their own portfolios. Sometimes, they are assessed on work done in groups or in pairs so that they necessarily have to interact and collaborate to complete the tasks. Group works can help the students do the tasks easily kasi nga marami silang magtutulong-tulong. And it is a good idea for the students to develop their social skills, and collaborative efforts. Number 8, portfolio assessment develops independent and active learners. Students must select and justify portfolio choices, monitor progress, and set learning goals. Traditional testing cannot achieve this educational objective no matter how skillfully the tests are constructed. In portfolio assessment, students have the freedom to choose what should they put in their portfolios that is in line with the learning goals. And they can also monitor their progress. While in traditional testing, it is na while in traditional testing, teacher ang may control kung ano ang nilalaman nun. And it is not easy to guess if the students will get a perfect score. And number 9, portfolio assessment can improve motivation for learning, thus achievement. When students are empowered to prove their own achievement and worth, they become highly motivated to pursue their learning tasks. Dahil nga they have their own learning targets and they are engaged in self-assessment, they will become more confident in doing their tasks. Pero naiiba na kapag sa traditional testing. Students tend to think negative and they think na may time limit at doon mas nape-pressure sila. Sa portfolio assessment, they can work without any pressure and constraint of time. Number 10, portfolio assessment provides opportunity for student-teacher dialogue. It enables the teacher to get to know every student. Moreover, portfolio assessment promotes joint goal setting and negotiation of grades, which can never happen in traditional testing. Dito, mas nakikilala ng teacher ang kanyang mga estudyante based sa mga kakayahan nila. Students and teacher interact in every step of the process in developing a portfolio. And dahil nga nakikita nila yung strengths and weaknesses nila, alam nila kung saan at ano ang mga i-improve nila. And dito po mag-e-end yung topic ko, to be continued by the next discussant. Yun lamang po. Thank you.